Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to some people. So, I got 10 matchy show dog buckets and bowls. These are to match the 24 set I did for the same breeder, Leonberger breeder, last year for Westminster. These are feed bowls and buckets. They are already prepped, so I'm going to epoxy and glitter them. These are 8 cups, but first I'm going to take off, kind of see, all this tape that put around the rim to make it so that the rim stays stainless steel. So do that first. Little, find my X-Acto knife here. Little pieces of tape do get stuck sometimes, but this is so we get a nice clean line and keep the top stainless, like I said. If there are little pieces here and there, little pieces of little flecks of paint or whatever, it's fine. I can clean that part up. Thought these were going to be easier to take off. I have, in the past, epoxy is like glue, like super glue. So, I have done these in the past where I forgot to take the tape off, epoxied it, then realized. So, that didn't go very well. A lot to do today, but this is cool. Something different. People do all kinds of different stuff. I like to do stuff that keeps me interested as well, because doing the same stuff over and over and over gets tedious and boring. I'm gonna go grab the only Apple product I own, which is my iPad. Give me 1 second. That way I can see that I was just totally off camera that whole time. Give me 1 second. All right. So, I don't know why all these things are open on here. YouTube. My channel. This way I can see what I'm doing so that I'm not off camera. All right. So, I'm going to take off the rest of the tape. There are little pieces here and there that get stuck. But X-Acto knife always for the win. Well, almost always. So, these, like I said, these are 8-cup buckets. These are feed buckets, the same thing you'd see at the feed store. Same thing people use for horses. The same set for this same breeder was, the other buckets were 16 cups. They have 2 new puppies to add to their, I don't know what you call it, their show lineup. I don't know. I have a lot of friends that compete very high up in the dog show world. I watch and follow them. They go to the Nationals, they go to Westminster, they do all that. But as far as knowing much about it, besides that, I don't. I don't fit into that world. You know. Alright. So, we've got 2. Trying to do it. Okay. My iPad is obviously lagging a little bit. It's probably because I'm out here. So what we're gonna do is this particular breeder, there is a video, or more than one, on my YouTube. There's a video and there's a short of the ones I did for her last year. Like I said, there was 24 of them. They were big dog bowls and 16 cup buckets. These are going to be the same color scheme. If you're wondering why they are buckets, it's because they are Leonbergers. If you don't know what a Leonberger is, it's Leonberger. And they are enormous, 250 plus pound giant dogs, fuzzy dogs that look like bears. Just amazing personalities, very sweet dogs, and absolutely beautiful. Now, you know, I'm partial to giant breeds anyway. I love Leonbergers. I am just not a fan of a ton of fur. Especially being here in Florida, it'd be pretty unfair to a giant dog with that much fur. Okay, this is regular painter's masking tape, but sometimes that's ridiculous. So, part of me is saying I should have taken this off before I started the live. Then again, sometimes I do these lives because I think people just have no idea how much time goes into anything with this stuff. They think it's just, I don't know, magic, or you slap some stuff on something. It doesn't work that way. These buckets came to me, obviously, stainless steel. Stainless steel has to be sanded, cleaned with 100, after you sand it, you have to clean it with 91% alcohol, then clean it with Dawn dish soap. The reason you have to sand it is because all stainless steel, whether it's tumblers, buckets, whatever, dog bowls, have a wax coating on the outside. and you won't be able to get anything to adhere to the stainless steel. It will repel your whatever you're doing with it, whether it's paint or whether it's glitter or anything like that. But you still need to spray them with a base primer, and then like these are sanded clean, sprayed with a base white primer, like a matte base, and then they are I have them sprayed in a matte, the color scheme that I'm using, which is purple, a very specific purple, with a rose gold ombre coming up from the bottom, equals why they're sprayed out the way they are. The spray out doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to be covered anyway, but if you don't do this, you'll have a lot of show through. Like, say I left it white. Well, when you're doing dark colors, you'll see white. You would have to go over, say the top glitter, we're talking about the dark colors, so the purple. You would have to put glitter on, let it dry, put some more on, let it dry, because that's just the way it falls. So, which in turn would make it thick, and take away the space you have for epoxy, because the whole point in paying attention to all this stuff, I know it sounds like gibberish, but if you look, you have a lip here, and so if you layer too thick, what's going to happen is, you break the tip off this. What's going to happen is you're going to layer, it's going to be layered entirely too thick, and it's going to look ridiculous because it's going to be like thick. You want that rim on there. A lot of them use the rim on this to put it in a holder for these. Also with a dog bowl, same concept. They drop them in auto feeders, raised feeders, stuff like that. So they need that lip on the top of the dog bowl or on the top of the bucket to stay a lip. Hey, Mel. So it's important to keep the integrity of it. So I didn't have to tape off the bowls because I'm pretty good at those and I wasn't worried about it. So I am going to grab my epoxy and I will show you exactly what I'm going to do and how to get it on there. I'm looking for a one-shot deal here on the epoxy. Same reason, like I just said. You want to go as thin as possible. I'm using this. There are several different ways you can do glitter. A lot of people put them on turners and blah, 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 blah. All that. After you've done it for quite a while, you realize that if you, well, I shouldn't say it like that. Freehanding it for me is the easiest way. I need to freehand it. I need control of, I'll show you. You'll know you'll understand once I do it. So, what I'm going to do is, that's my purple, that's my rose gold. You'll see why in a second. Let me make sure I've got the stuff going on here that I need. It's going to look like I am just throwing things together. Promise you that's not the case. I'm terrible at talking through these things, so The reason I am holding it in a weird way is because I do not want this to, once I glitter it, hit the side like that. So what I will do is think it through for a second, because I didn't. I could have put them over there. What I'm going to try to do is hold it like this and put it back down. Alright, so I mixed my epoxy. Epoxy is, like I always say it, it sounds weird, but it's true. It's a chemical compound. So there's a part A and a part B, and you do not mix them together till you're ready to use them. I'm going to avoid this side thing, but like I said, you got to get in all the... These buckets are... I don't do these buckets all the time. I only do them for certain people because they are time consuming, and they take attention to detail. So it's... You'll see. Again, there I go again. I forget to talk because I'm so used to doing this. Normally, I work all the time. I work 7 days a week. I work because epoxy is a process. It's a chemical that does, well, sort of does its own thing. There's a curing process that's, it depends on what you're doing. But, like I'm going to put, for instance, I'm going to put this first layer of, well, this layer of glitter on, right? I'm going to come back in a few hours. It's absolutely not ready to mess with, but I can touch it and it'll be dry enough for me to handle it, to check to make sure I don't have any spots that I'm unhappy with. If I do, I can spot, fix, and all that. And then let it sit. It's going to sit for a good like 8 hours, and it's going to cure, and it's going to cure that epoxy adhesive layer and bond together. If you try to mess with it too soon, it might seem okay, but it is absolutely not. I'm going to epoxy these first. It's absolutely not, and that's where you see people constantly creating junk and selling it to people for outlandish prices. They think they can take the cheap, quick route, or whatever the case may be. What will happen is if I mess with it too soon and I try to rush it, and do not give it the proper curing process in between, what will happen is it could be 2 days, it could be 2 weeks. But what will happen, that bottom layer will never cure right because you didn't give it the amount of time it needed. And it will eventually not slide off, but sort of. The epoxy seal won't be right or at all. So when that person, say they drop it, my cups, the vast majority, 99% of everything I do, if you drop it, it's going to be okay. On that off chance, I think I've had 1 or 2 out of the thousands I've done that somebody's called me upset. Not upset at me. It's actually somebody I'm thinking of that lives here. She dropped her cup. It was literally the day she got it in the mail. And she was trying to take a picture for me. She dropped it, and it hit the corner of her counter and bounced onto a concrete floor. So it hit the very corner of the bottom of the cup, smashed the epoxy seal, which means it's no longer watertight. So when she goes to wash it, I've got to hurry up. How you know you need to hurry up is when your epoxy starts getting warm. It means it's doing its process, that's fine, but I'm so busy talking. My dogs are barking for some odd reason. It's just one. They're in my office arguing over who gets the prime spot on the couch. It's very annoying. And it's just one barking. Same one. Probably wants to be out here, which I'm not dealing with today because he will run right out that shop door and go bark at, could be about anything. We have river otters that run, I don't know if you can see out there, there's a fence line over there and there's water. River otters come through. People think otter, I think small. These otters are huge. They run in packs and they are not having any part of any kind of nonsense. Otters don't take any shit. All right. Sorry if it seems like I'm rushing, but like I said, I can feel the epoxy getting warmer and warmer. And when it gets to, that means it's doing the curing process, which I need it on the thing to do that, on the bucket, or it'll be too hard for me to, spread. Plus it gets, I've made that mistake before. It's, you know, forgetting that I left it sitting or whatever. And let me tell you about how much that burns your fingers. Gets really hot. And we'll talk through this. Come on. Oh, that's what I didn't want to happen. Like I said, I am not super used to talking through any of this. I should do way more lives, but I don't because pretty sure nobody wants to watch a live where I'm just not talking. I suppose I could talk. No, that wouldn't be live then. I was thinking video and then talk, but it makes no sense. Because how are you going to do that live and then not talk? All right, one more to go. Then I'm going to have to get another thing of epoxy for the bowls. Bowls are easy because they're kind of a straight shot. Hold on. Of course my glove is sagging. Saggy glove syndrome. Almost there. Got a spot that the tape didn't do the right thing up here. Should be alright though. Hopefully. I've done a lot of work for this person. She is not, well, I was gonna say she's not super picky. It's not that. She's super picky with her kind of kennel colors and all that, of course, because it's not a show dog thing as far as they're snobby show dog people. It's that people steal their stuff. So every dog bowl, every cup, every bucket, these are water buckets, she does them like this so that, you know, somebody picks it up, she can see the colors from far away and know they're hers. So, makes perfect sense to me. I can smell the epoxy doing its thing. It changes smells, it smells weird. Oh shit. Palm tree leaf just fell, scared the crap out of me. Oh, this dog's gonna drive me crazy. Alright. Hold on a second. I just touched it, even though I didn't mean to. right, let me get this glove off. Shut the door for a minute. What are you people arguing about? Rico, come here. No, come on. Come on. Not you, big mouth. Go. Come on, Rico. Come on, Rico. Rico. Go, go. What? What are you doing? Come on, Rico. Not you, that's not your name. Move. Rico, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Sorry about that. I didn't want to listen to them bark. What are you doing now? All right. Ruger, don't be touching anything. Okay. So I'm going to do the dude, tail. All right, so we're going to move these down. Might not be a good idea to have the dogs in here. All right, so, no. All right. Now, carefully, I have to make sure that no purple gets on the area that I don't want it to, which seems easier said than done. Because it's darker, it will show through. And like I said, I can go through and fix spots after. This is my base. If there's anything I don't like, I will have the opportunity to fix it. I'll do this kind of quick. It's messy too. No getting around. Stop! You better stop. Now, this is the ombre. This is going to be pretty simplistic right now because this is the part I will go over the ombre line, which is the line between the two colors. I will go over that once it's dry. That wasn't very smart. Tipped it to look at the bottom. There we go. I don't know if you can see that, but one. Now I'm going to dump this back in because it's easier. Hey guys, I can see you sort of. It's in front of me, but I am kind of on a time constraint with this drying, so just give me a few minutes to make sure. When you put epoxy on and let it dry wrong, it won't be sticky, so I would have to wait for it to dry and start all over again, and I'd be mad. Epoxy is not cheap. Well, good epoxy isn't cheap. It's the other thing is there's a gazillion brands. You know, there's every craft store, every Walmart, everything has epoxy. Doesn't mean it's good epoxy. I went through a period of time where I tried several different ones, and I ended up, you know, we surf and stuff, and epoxy for surfboard repair and stuff. It's very similar. Doing the same basic thing, making something water tight and all that. So I kind of thought into it and thought, you know what? I don't know why I'm worried so much about this. I know what I need. I just have to find it. As far as what I needed to do, ingredients, all that. So, I made a mess with that one. So I started looking through boat epoxies, stuff like that. And that's where I found, oh, wait a minute. This one sounds decent. So it's expensive to try this stuff because these things aren't cheap. You use a lot of it. And it's about $100. And like I said, they're 2 parts. So you have to can't buy them obviously mixed. You have to mix them yourself. I know I'm a little bit rambling, paying attention to what I'm doing here. Comes in 2 parts. Also, there are companies that will tell you this one's the best, that one's the best, blah, 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 blah. Well, epoxy, like I said, is a chemical. So if it sits too long anywhere, they're clear. Epoxy is clear. It will yellow. If it sits, even if it sits in the dark, it will yellow. The hardener part will yellow if it's been sitting. Well, this ton of these companies, if you could open the packages at the craft stores, at Walmart, that epoxy would not be clear. It would be yellow, which in turn, what's going to happen is if you make any cup, bowl, anything, if you put epoxy on anything that has a light base coat, so light metallics, light glitter, and light mica powder, anything like that, what's going to happen is it's going to be yellow. And you are going to have wasted a ton of money with everything you use, and there's nothing to combat it. I don't have those yellowing problems because I researched and I knew about it. So what I do is if I'm doing anything light, doesn't have to be white, yellows, blues, anything light, I add a couple of drops of purple or blue alcohol ink to my epoxy. Little secret. Because blues and purples combat yellowing. And it works for me always. I know because not only do I keep in touch with a lot of people, that most of my people are repeat customers that I've had for 2+ years. So I know that things stay good because I ask. I want to know. Plus, I have all my own cups that I've made, and a lot of cups I ended up keeping them because sometimes I made one for myself, but the vast majority of the time it was me making something and either something went wrong that I ended up keeping it, making a new one for the person and then fixing it when I had time or whatever. But I have cups that I made 2-3 years ago that have been washed obviously a ton of times. I use 2 cups a day, one for coffee, one for liquid IV Gatorade Zero mix. Every day. I have a ton of white ones, ton of light ones. I have never, ever had a yellowing problem. But that's because I did the research to make sure, that I wasn't giving anybody crap. I wasn't doing all these things that so many other people are doing, which is trying to make a quick buck, not caring about the fact that people work hard for their money, and it's wrong. And I know that sounds, maybe that sounds naive, maybe it sounds ridiculous, but that's how I feel about it. I don't care what other people think about how I feel, but that's absolutely how I feel about it. I feel like every dime, and that's probably why I get so stressed. I feel like every dime matters. You know, somebody has entrusted me with making something, whether it's a gift or whether it's whatever, you know. They have trusted me, and how, you know, what kind of person would I be if I'm like, okay, I'm going to make them something half-assed to keep their money. It's messed up. I've had probably 3 ever in the thousands that I've done. 3 ever that I redid because for one reason or another something went wrong. Look at my hand. Something went wrong, and I took it on. I said, you know what? Send that to me. I'm gonna make you another one, and I'm gonna try to. That matter of fact, the person I was telling you about earlier, that she dropped it the day she got it. She lives here in Florida. She has about 12 cups from me. We're now friends, and I made her a whole new one, plus had her send me the old one and to see if I could fix it for her. Hold on one second. I need to grab more epoxy. What are you doing? You better not be touching anything, sir. So, yeah. Hold on, I'm mixing up more epoxy for these bowls. I don't know. I know what I mean. It frustrates me because people are leery. I've had people tell me they actually don't know like who to trust and all that because they've gotten burned so badly. And people get burned for a lot of money. Like a lot of money. You know, they do stuff for they do stuff for, say, you know, a get together or something like that. They end up doing a lot of whether it's cups or bowls or whatever. Is my connection good, guys? Watch out. Anyone? If you can hear me? Is my connection okay? Okay, cool. Connection bounces out here sometimes. Again, I'm doing this quickly. With the bowls, it's a little different. Just have to make sure I get all the way under the rim. But again, I can fix it. If I need to. I don't know why I have so much glitter on my glove when I just put a new glove on, but okay. Glitter is messy. There's no way around it. Kind of drives me crazy. Because I'm hot. And glitter sticks to everything. I probably have it all over my forehead. The dogs will have glitter on them. And there's none on the floor. It's just, that's the way it works. I don't know if I showed that in my office, which is right next to me. I'm just out here because these are big and I need the space. And I have, I don't know, 20-something cups going in there right now. I don't want to take the chance at getting glitter on a couple of the wood grains that are in there because they're wet. That can happen too. Rico, what are you doing? He's standing at the door. There's a door over here, a smaller door, and he's looking out the window. stacked, looking. So the squirrels, I hope it's the squirrels, I don't know what it is. He'd bark if it was anything else. Anyway, I lost my train of thought because I'm, as usual, hurrying. I got a whole bunch of stuff to get done today, but I have to leave in a little while. I was going to do a show with LA this morning, but I got sidetracked doing some stuff here, you know. I get up at 7, I bring the kid to school. Uncle Tom's already gone to work. Come home, I drop the kid off, come home, feed the dogs, run the dogs, do what I gotta do, take a shower. I usually come out here first, turn the turners off from the night before, check everything, make sure it's okay. And then I do what I gotta do, come back, like throw laundry in while I'm moving through, like it's a whole thing. I'm gonna be covered in glitter. These bowls are not what I'm used to. Usually the bowls I do are really big. I don't think she realizes just how small these are. I'm not quite sure what she's using these for, but because like I said, her dogs are, oh, maybe she's handling, she breeds and shows Leonbergers, but I have a feeling she owner, handler, so I have a feeling maybe she's handling smaller dogs, possibly. Yeah, that's what it's for. Because like she said, people steal. So this makes it so that, I don't know why I'm repeating myself. It's because I'm concentrating on this. So people don't steal shit. Anyway, Mama, your box went out. Mayo, your box is going out. What time is it? I might be able to get that out today too. I gotta go check them to make sure. That's what I was getting to when I was talking about the curing stuff and I got all off topic. Curing, people think it's a quick process. Say after I do this, right? This stuff is gonna dry for a couple hours. Still not gonna be dry enough. After that few hours, I can clear seal it. Then it sits for hours and hours and hours more. Then I bring it in and put the first layer of thin layer of epoxy on it. Then let that dry overnight. The next morning I will put another coat of epoxy on. Then, oh shit. Then, depending on how it feels to the touch and how smooth it is, because you can never count on that, which is why I just said, oh shit, because I forgot something. It depends on how smooth it is. If it is not completely smooth, then they're going to get sanded. That's why there's 2 layers of epoxy over the base, which is either glitter or mica powder, whatever. Whatever it is, if you do not put 2 layers, you will end up sanding off everything you just did. So, sorry, I'm freehanding this real quick because it's drying on me, which means it won't stick, which means more work for me. I can always go back, fix it later. I will even out, oh shit, did that a little rough. She went all the way up to the top. Probably shouldn't be swearing so much, huh? So, hey, No Chaser, how you doing? You can see a little bit. Oh, what I was going to say is when you're finally done, coat sand. It just depends on what the base is, the shape of what you're doing. There's some that take, that have little curves and corners and stuff that take a little more sanding than others. This chunky glitter I'm doing right here is, takes a little more care to get it smooth, because the smoother I can get it right now, the less sanding you have to do, which is not about the work, it's about the damage that it could do to your base color. So it's a very intricate process of making sure that you don't mess up all the work you just did. So, fine glitter, for instance. And glitter isn't the only thing that's a pain. There is spiders. Spiders, no matter what you do, because epoxy loves heat, I've always got heat boxes and fans and stuff going. Well, the spiders seem to think it's a good idea to, I guess, land on the stuff. Well, it's like sticky paper to them. So once they land on it, they can't get off. Well, on a white cup, I learned the hard way, you don't ever try to sand said spider off, because you will now have a spider body part cup. Goes everywhere. I know that's gross, but it's factual information. Anyway, so about to show you what I mean about flattening. It's also why I'm doing this. But I'm going to grab myself some wax paper. What you doing? What you doing? Puppy, puppy. Here. Okay. You don't want it? Okay. So, wax paper, what it's going to do is carefully flatten anything that's sticking up, because weirdly that sticking up will cause you to have to sand. It'll cause a whole new coat of epoxy to have to be done, which we're not trying to do, because like I said before, it just makes the whole project, whatever you're doing, thicker. And you only have a certain, to me, I mean, yes, you could make something that, I mean, how stupid would it look if you had a cup and the epoxy, and the cup was thicker than the top? It would be ridiculous. But that's what would happen if you kept putting layers of epoxy on. There's no way to get around that. So it's all a professionalism type thing. No chaser. Yeah, these are for my friend that's the Leonberger breeder for the AKC chase to the Nationals and then Westminster. Because I had to think about what month it is right now. They came from Westminster and the Nationals were in Orlando in December. So this starts the new show season. So yes, these are for them. They live in Black Diamond, Washington. I'm not going to keep picking those up, because my luck, I'll drop one. Alright, so that's it. That's it for that right now. Let me get the dogs back in so I can open this big door, because I don't feel like dealing with that right now. Hey. Go. Hurry up. Give me a second. Suppose I should clean this up before I wash my hands. So that's that. What's going to happen now? Oh, I got gold all in here. Screw it. What's going to happen now is these are going to sit here I'm not even going to move them. They're going to sit here for a couple hours. Then what I'll do is I'll come move them and clear coat them. Oops. See? I forgot to talk that quick. I will come clear coat them, which clear seal them. Try not to get glitter all over me. It's a daily thing, and it can be annoying. Kind of funny when you go in stores or whatever because I'm busy. I don't think about it. And I'll go in and be like, what is wrong with it? You know you got glitter all over your head, right? You know what? I don't even care. They're like, okay. But, so that's that for now. Oh, my phone's hot. Give me a second, and I'm going to go into my office. Woo. I am not looking forward to it getting hot out. Hold on. All right. So, okay. Anyway, so I got, let me see. Hold on. Stuff going on in here. I'm doing the final coat on these 4 that I can't show you because of the copyrights. So annoying. These 3, well, one is somebody's cup. These 2 are going up for sale. They're not epoxied yet, and they're not, the ombre lines aren't fixed, but that's the beach. That's, I don't even know what, just came to my mind. This one is something specific. It's going to be glow in the dark green. These 2 are going out today. These 2 are going out today. Turned around on purpose. They have something on the other side. That one's for sale, the tree frogs. Super cute, can't show it. Crap. It's, hold on. Maybe I can. As long as I don't turn it around. Super cute, though. This one glows in the dark. This one is a bullet. That's somebody's. This one is not somebody's yet. This was the one I did on live. It's like stained glass. This one's getting decals. Yeah. So that's all that. And then I have a few I haven't started yet. So there's that. So that's about it for now. Let me sit down for a quick second. Oh. Give me a second. Hold on. I'm going to grab my water. Got 27,000 things today. No, stay there. Okay. Anyway. Look, no chaser. You and me both. Comes out nice. What the hell is going on here? Comes out nice. Look, it looks nice. But, man. Still moving, right? Okay. Alright, so, this is my cup, by the way. It is coral wood grain. So they're sharks. Sharks don't swim backwards. Some people are like, oh, the coloring looks weird, but it's actually really bright coral. People are like, what? Don't swim backwards. Yes. In other words, keep moving forward. Sharks are beasts, and they don't look back. I don't know. This was one of those cups like I was talking about. I love sharks. Been surfing for a very long time. So this cup was originally for something else, but it was already all prepped and stuff, and I needed to test out. Somebody wanted that color in a wood grain, which I hadn't. I've done a lot of colors in wood grain, just not that one. So I thought, all right, let me try it. Well, I kind of liked it. I like coral. So then it sat there. I needed to try it before I did it on that big 35-ounce bullet, because those are hard to turn. They're heavy. They're bottom heavy. It's a whole thing. So I said, let me check out the color on something else. Well, I ended up liking it, and I ended up keeping it. This is my favorite. This is the 35-ounce duo. So it's 35 ounces, fits in all cup holders. It has the hydro top, which has that, the hangy thing you don't have. It comes in 20 ounce, 30 ounce, and 35 ounce. It's a 35. But leak proof, because the cover screws on. And it also comes with a clear cover that slides open and closed. But these are, the 20 ounce ones of those are great for kids. Or people love them for kids because of the top. The top thing can clip onto a backpack, all that. Then people love them. But besides that, I can't tell. This is still going, right? I can't tell. I'm sorry. Keep asking stupid questions. I'm doing it from my phone, and I can't see chat on my phone. For some odd reason, it's not coming up. Let's see. I don't know. What the heck is going on? Oh, wait. Live chat. There it is. I didn't know where it was. Anyway, so it is. Oh, it's already 1:20. All right. I got to go. I got a million things to do. I got to go to the feed store. All kinds of stuff. So when I come back, I know they're doing conspiracy night tonight. I have to get with LA because I have not talked to them today, which is odd. They're doing conspiracy night. Sounds like some actual interesting, pretty cool topics. So if you guys have topics, email them to him. No Chaser, if you are still here, get to me about the other things. I got a box in today of soda can ones. So that's good. Mayo, I don't know if you heard me, but I am going to, matter of fact, I'm going to put those in a box right now. That way I can get them out. Because once I leave the house in about 15 minutes, I won't be back until probably about 4:30. Because I have a bunch of stuff to do. These dogs eat like horses, so I have to go to the feed store, you know. But besides that, you're welcome. I'll send you tracking. If I don't get them out, because I don't half-ass when I pack stuff, very specific. So actually, I'm going to hold off. I'm going to pack the box tonight and send it first thing tomorrow morning. That way, I'm not rushing to pack it because I want to make sure it's protected the correct way. Everything's sent USPS with tracking and insurance. So, and I do all the stuff here. So I can track things across the board. And I got some, actually I got a box to send to Japan too for my kids. So until later, that's about it right now. You can hit me up if you have questions, whatever. I know I'm not super people-y. It's not that, I'm always busy. I'm never not going to be busy. I had 2 different people say to me yesterday, yeah, I want to order stuff, but you're so busy. I'm always busy. But I make time for stuff. I can honestly, with the amount of stuff I have, I can turn 50-something cups and bowls at a time. I just have stuff underneath the tables in there to get it to make the space when I'm not doing that. So I'm always busy. I'm really good at my time frames. For Christmas, I turned probably 30, 40 a week every single week for 3 months. So not a big deal. Like I said, time frame wise, I'm good at that part. So hit me up, whether it's on my link tree, which is on here, my Instagram, everything has the same name. So my TikTok, my Instagram, I don't really use TikTok for messaging or anything. I use TikTok to do my shorts for YouTube. By the way, go to my YouTube shorts, please, and videos. Throw likes on. If you can just go through my shorts, like, leave a comment, an emoji. You can copy and paste the same comment. I don't care, but it throws it back into the algorithm to get me forward. So it just it opens me up to more options. So there's that for now. I know I'm talking fast, but I'm thinking fast because I got a lot to do. I set myself up in the morning so I get all my stuff done. So when I leave and come back, I'm ready to do my next process. Like all these buckets and bowls will be ready to be clear coated by then, and I can do all the other stuff. I got a bunch of boxes to send out tomorrow too. So yeah, I think that's it for now. So like I said, porch session tonight for conspiracy night. Please go to my stuff and on my shorts, just go through them, hit like, leave a comment. My videos, same. And that's about it for now. I put up yesterday and today. I put up probably 10 new shorts, but they don't circulate when they're not constantly. It's a whole thing. It's really crazy, but that's why I say it so that they'll go back into circulation. It's a whole thing for me. I try to like all these stuff. If you just go to my page and hit shorts, they'll come up one after the other. You can just hit like. It's easiest that way. And like Bird Lady does, she goes to each one of them. She'll hit like, she'll paste a comment. Go to the next one. Hit like, paste a comment. And it can be a heart, it can be a smiley face, it can be whatever. I mean, comment if you want, but if you want to go down like that. Thing is, with what I do, it's very difficult to get your quality and everything out there because so many people are pushing out such crap. So pushing myself into the algorithm constantly is better. I can't deal with the vast majority of my business has been word of mouth and Facebook group over the past 2 years. But now that they turn to Meta and they try to get people for advertising money and all that, huge amounts of money, and the reach is not worth it. So I would rather do it in a way that I can reach more people. People don't have to be in my local area. I ship all over the world. I'm shipping my kids stuff to Japan. It's not a big deal. But getting my quality out there is what matters most to me. So do me that favor. See you guys later. If you have questions, like I said, I'm on Instagram. The ways to get to me, Instagram. Here doesn't have messaging. People have, if you look on here, my business cell phone number is on here. My link tree, every way to contact me. So there you go. Questions, concerns, comments, anything at all. No question is stupid. Believe me, I taught myself all this. So I know the answers. I've made a lot of mistakes, thrown a lot of cups across the shop, all the way out there. I have thrown them, yelled at them, everything. I know the answers. All right, guys, I'm just rambling now because I'm crazy busy. Hey, B-Rad. So that's about it. B-Rad, go through and like and comment on all my shorts. I posted like 10 new ones over the past 2 days. All right, guys. I'll holler at you later. As soon as I end this, can you go underneath it, just refresh, and add a comment on this so it circulates? I know it's a whole bunch to ask, but it helps a lot. I'd really appreciate it. All right, guys. See you later on, and make sure you